Now, the Labour Party's presidential candidate, that's Peter Obi, appears to be proving a top draw back home in his native Anambra state, where he served as governor for 8 years. This can be seen in the instance of a governorship candidate of another political party ditching his gubernatorial ambition to pick up a senatorial ticket in Obi's Labour Party. Right now, we have the opportunity to speak with that man, politician and renowned philanthropist. That's Dr. Obinna Uzor. We will talk about his decision to defect and agenda for opting for the Senate, and does he really see philanthropy as a pathway to politics? Great to have you, Dr. Obinna Uzor. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you, Cynthia. It's my pleasure to be on Newsday.
It's a pleasure to have you as well. So it looks like it appears as though you've caught the Labour Party syndrome, so much so that you dropped your ambition for governor, the SDP, and now you're looking for a senatorial seat via Labour Party. I'd just like to know what informed that decision.
It's my pleasure to be here again. The decision was informed by my quest to represent my people, to serve my people, and we're all in angling for Mr. Peter Obi to get a PDP ticket, and when he couldn't get, he pulled to Labour Party. The primaries was yet to be done, and he went to Labour Party, and he called me and said, look, you have always had this quest to serve your people, and now you are looking for Senate. I will appreciate that you come over to the Labour Party so we can do this journey together and get Nigeria rescued from where we are today. So it's primarily my hunger, the quest, which has been my driving point in getting into politics.
Thank you.
Today I'm the candidate of Labour Party for Anambra South Senatorial District.
Thank you for that background information and that insight. Now, you've also joined a glowing list of prominent politicians who've been crossing over to the Labour Party. Of course, that includes Senator Victor Ume and Tony Nwoye, just to name a few. Can you give us a little bit of insight into how the political dynamics are shifting in Anambra State at the moment?
Thank you. Yeah, the dynamics in Anambra State, in the southeast, in Nigeria, is all about Labour Party. It's all about my principal, Mr. Peter Obi. You know, this journey started about 6 months ago, and by now, Labour Party that has never had a presidential candidate now has a presidential candidate, and within 6 months, you can't mention 3 parties in Nigeria without talking about Labour Party. So it can't be that different in Anambra, where he comes from. You know, Mr. Peter Obi is a national project. It's not an Anambra project. He's been governor for 8 years, so he has no business coming for governor in Anambra again. And for us who are running for Senate in Anambra, like you mentioned, my friends, Victor Ume, Tony Nwoye, these are very experienced politicians like myself. We've made our marks in Anambra. So for us to be in Anambra, Labour Party running for Senate, and for other members, those running for House of Representatives, House of Assembly in Anambra State, these are tested seasoned politicians. These are people of pedigree, people who have character competence, who can get the dividends of democracy to the good people of Anambra State. So we are the people on ground, and we are the people talking to people in Anambra State that our brother is a national project, and we know he has done very well in Anambra State, and of course he will do better in Nigeria when he becomes the president of Nigeria, because things are very tough now in the country. And it's not only in Anambra State that things are tough. Things are tough in 36 states and FCT Abuja. And also outside of Nigeria, people are feeling the impact. And we have a good brother, a brother who has done it in Anambra State, who can expand and do it better within the context of the Nigerian space. And it's our pleasure that all of us, very credible, hardworking, energetic, and competent people in the Labour Party to drive this vehicle with our brother so that we can get Nigeria to its dream place, its desired place.
Thank you, Dr. Uzor. Now let's talk about your aspirations. Of course, you've worn many hats. When I did my research on you, saw that you've been a lawyer, a teacher, entrepreneur, industrialist, farmer, financial consultant, philanthropist, and also an administrator. I'm just wondering how your experience in these areas will enhance your implementation, the implementation of your political aspirations if you are successful.
Yeah, by the grace of God, we hope to expand what we've been doing for the past several years. Philanthropy is in my DNA. Helping out the less privileged, the masses, is in my system, is in my blood. And all my life, I've been engaged in assisting people. And like you said, you've named it all. I'm a lawyer. The major function of the National Assembly is lawmaking. And as a lawyer, or a senior lawyer at that, of many years standing, I am easily into what you need as a lawmaker, as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So by the grace of God, if we win, which we are very hopeful we shall, I want to believe that it's just to expand on what we've been doing across Nigeria, do the necessary things, enact, make sure we draft bills and laws that will get the impact of the people. The people will feel the impact of what we are doing at the National Assembly. We will also work with the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, whom I believe will be Mr. Peter Obi, by the grace of God, to quickly provide the basic laws, the needs for him to govern well. I've done a lot of philanthropy, like you said. I've assisted a lot of people on scholarships, and built hostels and churches, done several medical outreach, free medical outreach for my people, and so many things we've done. It's difficult for us to want to praise ourselves, but we have really done so much for the country, for our people, that in Anambra State, our people are yearning for me to come and be the difference. Because Anambra South has not been very fortunate to have very qualified, very competent, capable people to be on the seat of the Senate for Anambra South. And now I am here with all the qualities that my people are looking for, are yearning for. Everybody actually in Labour Party has the same qualities. We are very capable, competent gentlemen and ladies, ready to serve our country at all available capacities. So for me, my entry here, and by the grace of God, my becoming the senator representing Anambra South, is to give a great service to my people. Anambra South people are very great people, very hardworking people, and all they need is additional government policies and bills and things to get their industry, their hard work, making progress and moving for the good of Anambra and the whole of the country, Nigeria.
That's right. Now, speaking of Anambra people, you know, earlier we spoke about the list of politicians who are rallying behind Peter Obi and the Labour Party. However, we've seen other politicians and personalities as well, namely Governor Soludo in the past, and more recently Arthur Eze denounced the Labour Party candidate. In your view, what is the bone of contention regarding the candidacy of Peter Obi amongst some members of the Anambra elite?
Yeah, you know, my principal, Mr. Peter Obi, has answered that question. He said Prince Engineer Eze is a father to him, and Governor Charles Soludo is his brother. He's a professor. Himself, he has led Anambra well for 8 years as a trader. And him being a professor should also lead Anambra with his professorial skills. So I think that question has been put to rest. Like I said earlier, we are not, we are in this business to assist our people the best we can to live a good life. You know, my principal is not running for governor of Anambra State. He is running for the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it will always be very difficult for everybody to be on the same boat. So if one or two persons decide that they won't support him, we that are supporting, we make progress. You know, it is God that gives power. And all you do as a person is work hard, put in your best, and leave the rest to God. So by the grace of God, we are moving on. And, you know, like I said earlier, Mr. Peter Obi started this journey in 6 months, and he is here today. Some of the polls, like ANAP, NOI poll, says he's getting 23%, the second person is getting 13%, the third person is getting 10%, and so he's leading in several of the polls. I know there's a projection that says he's going to get certain number of states, but if we started this journey about 6 months and we are getting so states, and we are always among the 3 parties mentioned, then there is something about us. And if you're making a progress in anything you're doing, you don't expect that everybody must be with you. In fact, if some people are not with you, it gives you that courage and the zeal, the challenge to even do better. So by the grace of God, in the remaining few weeks, we will work hard in Labour Party to ensure by the grace of God that February 25, we will emerge victorious as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as Senator representing Anambra South, and my other colleagues in various other senatorial zones will also emerge victorious. The House of Reps members will emerge victorious. And 2 weeks after, probably we have a bandwagon effect. But as it is, my principal is very focused. I am very focused. We are very focused in Labour Party, doing what we know how to do best. And by the grace of God, God's will shall prevail.
Well, Dr. Uzor, you're definitely very optimistic, and it's apparent that you will be supporting your principal with all that you have. But in the event that things don't go your way in terms of your political aspirations for the senatorial seat, what's next for you? Would you consider joining another political party, or would you fall back to one of the many hats that you wear?
Yeah, you know, when you're in politics, it's always good for you to have address, like my people will call it, to have other things engaging you as a lawyer, as an entrepreneur, as an industrialist, a farmer, a philanthropist. I have so many things that I'm engaged in. And that doesn't stop me. I'm a very resilient person. And across the country, I am a very well-known person for my philanthropy. And I'll continue with my philanthropy. It does engage me, it does keep me busy. I have a law practice, and I am into several other things. And by the grace of God, we'll continue with the various things we are doing for our people, believing that we are doing the kind of work God has sent us on earth to do. I am very optimistic that by the grace of God, I will emerge victorious as the senator representing Anambra South on February 25. My principal will emerge the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And therefore, my focus is on what's going to happen between now and February 25. By the time we are done with this, whatever way pans out, we appreciate God, we thank God, and we make progress. If by the grace of God, as we hope, we emerge victorious, we start from day one to bring the country back and put it on the platform of the world as Africa's leading economy.
Wonderful.
And bring out a lot of people out of poverty,
Yes.
out of unemployment, and all that.
Great. Dr. Obinna Uzor, Anambra South Senatorial candidate for the Labour Party. What an honor it has been to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time.